SNG are 8th, and this is what's happening. Great play.
There it is. They're getting taken from the back. Shinigami Ball, 5 chicken dinners in a row, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to respond to Bandit in the distance. Good scared. So central, you can drop anywhere from the map on this huge Miramar location. And you're going to have some teams that are going to be happy to jump at their favorite locations.
I'm just admiring the plane, to be honest.
Elementrix.
Looks like a nice plane.
Elementrix going for El Pozo. It is a nice plane. It's a white plane.
I wonder if it's comfortable.
I don't think so. That's why people jump out. It's not comfortable.
True.
Hell no, not anymore.
So yeah, as you point out, Elementrix dropping straight away, looking to head to El Pozo. ABBA heading down deep south. Not a lot of teams dropping straight away. Like you said, Miramar is a bigger map, so there's a lot of places to go. And of course, these teams have yet to find out when this first circle will pop up. Very true, Max, man. Very true indeed.
I know, I said it.
Wow, okay. Is your head okay? Can it get any bigger? We do
Help
see
me.
SNG trust the process. Again, we talk about peeking. What's the point in peeking? Use your third-person perspective advantage to just look around with the camera. And like I point out, okay, trust the process are in a safer position. Actually, so as are SNG, but they're close to each other because SNG are 8th and trust the process are 11th. There's no point in taking these early game fights, Max.
Yeah, until like phase 2/3, like no team should really go down. SNG, they lose Yojin though, so a few nice snipes coming out from Trusted Process. They picked last game, taking off Rose right off the bat game. 3 members swiped out, and the game just barely started. So Trusted Process, looking pretty aggressive, having a good shot, but like it's going to be actually Shigar shot down also for an exchange.
Mini 14, pulling out a lot of a nice place for SNG, Max, man. Yeah. We do pan back over to quad core. You see on one area of the map, Shinigami Box starting things strong by getting a knockdown. Hopefully you can pan that camera over. Sohail and ABBA Esports coming up against each other. But right now, it's early game action. It's kind of what we expect. We're only 8 minutes in, Max, man. Still 62 players, 16 teams alive. Vcash knocked down.
Vcash doesn't have the Scorpion, that's why he got knocked. Feels bad, man. No, it's actually a really good weapon. I gave it a try. It's really enjoyable. If you guys haven't tried it, it's like, as you said, it's like a Uzi, but it's on steroids. It's a really good weapon.
Whenever you said Scorpion, I kind of thought about the Scorpion King featuring The Rock. That's kind of set in the desert. You know, so maybe someone can pull out a The Rock move.
Like, can't we just forget about that movie? It was not a good movie.
Excuse me, that's one of my top 5 favorite movies.
The worst
of all
CGI.
time.
It is the CGI on that movie was worse than the new Sonic movie trailer. It is the worst CGI ever, okay? And Sonic is bad.
That's true. So we have this second phase moving in. The circle's compounded. It's gone straight onto land. That's one thing to point out, Maxon. So it's really going to allow these teams to really make use of all this space. Most of the teams are still occupied down the south, Maxman. So the teams that are around the west to the northwest will have a nice, strong chance to get into a safe position.
I just have now images of Sonic just
engraved
in my mind. I can't get it out. Help me, Imperial.
You know what I hope? I really hope PUBG Mobile
do a Sonic crossover. Oh no, no!
Please.
Don't give them bad ideas like that. No,
Tencent, if you're watching, please do crossover with a Sonic, just for the absolute lols. But right now, still trust the process in SNG. Again, I ask myself, they're now both outside the circle. It's still only phase 2, but we're getting further into the game. No team has pulled together and actually gone in for the full engagement. Why are they still there? I know Miramar is out in the open, but there's plenty of compound space to hide behind to get into a vehicle to move away. It just doesn't make sense, really.
Here's Shinigami. They're split all around the board. They're trying to get multiple angles of fire. Trust the process. They're doing a 2-1 split. So if they do breach on Vcash, he should be going down. He's also really, really low right now. It's going to be a hard one.
I do like the bullet is behind a wall, and you do see, I forget exactly who it was. Yeah, Surja is right there. So if somebody comes in like Krasava, you have that, essentially you get sandwiched by trust the process. Vcash healed up quite nicely. Now you see what's happening. Great play.
There it is. They're getting taken from the back. Shinigami Ball, sorry, SNG, I always say that. But they're going to be taken right down in their back. That was a really good flank coming up. But Trust to Process now, only going to be having Vcash. And so for Team SNG Club, only Bleak Snake. 1v1 scenario. Who's going to be taking a kill? We'll have to wait and see. But Vcash, a little bit lower. Does get the upper hand, gets him from behind. And Trust to Process coming out on top. 16th position for SNG Club.
They say that you shouldn't attack a man from behind, but I say in the world of PUBG Mobile, you take that opportunity, you flank around, and if he's there for the taking, you take him out. It was a beautiful level of protection and synergy coming out from Trust to Process. I talked about just before SNG engaged that Trust to Process had 2 angles of fire. Now, they still got knocked down, but because it had that member in the other room and Bleak Snake just had nowhere to really go, he got flanked around by Vcash. Great job by Trust to Process.
Those kind of open buildings, like, it's a really good idea to have 2 angles so that when they do try and force it in, they're going to get flushed out. So that was a really great move from Trust to Process.
Position
overall
was on point. Now, looking at this circle, like I said, you still have Cruz de Val, water treatment, completely unoccupied. None of these teams are looking to move into the deep north, whereas we see a chunk of teams around the southwest of this map closer to the circle. That's not looking too good.
There's a big cluster. We're going to see a few teams get flushed out right now. Imperium, like Trust to Process, Shinigami Borg, Rose, Abba, Salty. They're so close together.
By the way, on a side note, Nova are back together as a 4-man squad, and they're inside the circle. Look at that closure. It is ridiculously deep, occupying and helping the teams that want to stay up in the north. Like I said, nobody is there, Maxman. It just, in my eyes, doesn't make sense.
Like we were talking about also Nova Esports. United Earth, that can also try and gatekeep the west side. But look at that. They can gatekeep the 4-5 teams that are coming out from the south of this zone. So Nova have, once again, such good positioning.
Exactly. Never mind the fact that if you even manage to survive those 4 or 5 teams before you get to Nova, you're going to be low on resources. You're going to be low on med kits. There's a lot that you're going to be missing out. Nice AWM, Maxman.
Oh, because they gatekeep it. So you're having an AWM and it's so easy to spot out your foes in the distance on Miramar. Yeah, very nice. Like, it's that is just a great weapon for the scenario which Nova is in right now. So that they're going to be shredding it.
I was just like, that's very nice.
Just, very posh.
Very nice. Trust the Process.
There are 3 members in the car.
In the blue zone.
What are you doing, Trust the Process? Get out of there. There they is. Okay, going to have a lot of utility actually popped out by Shinigami Bulk. They're going to have to go on the move.
Look at Shinigami Bulk. They're in one vehicle as well, so they're facing themselves under a lot of pressure. But because of the damage they dealt on the Trust the Process, they know they're not going to be engaged on quite easily. So actually, overall, great play by Shinigami Bulk. They're going to be able to get outside of this blue zone, move into the circle as quickly as possible, and then they will be able to heal up quite nicely.
Do a barrel roll. They're going to turn around. They'll be fine.
You could have done a little bit better. We are down to 8 teams, 17 players, 16 now. We are in phase 5. This is where the action really starts to get hot and heavy, Maxman.
I got one question. Which team will get to the compound first? As does the zone is getting a few members of CS Pro Gaming. Nova doesn't look good. Elementary is going to be losing Mr. Hyozu, the shot caller of their team. Junior also going to be shut down. See you later. Elementrix, you're getting taken down, and Quad Core, same. A lot of teams getting flushed.
I thought you were going to say see you later, alligator.
Yeah, but I said it too much. I got to stop.
No problem. So Trust the Process. They've got that little bit of a lip, little bit of a hill that they can hide behind, but the fear is they're in kind of the center of that circle. Now, there's not a lot of teams remaining, and there's nobody kind of behind them, but Nova, they can peek out and they can throw bullets from every angle that they can get a chance.
And Nova Esports have the compound. They have this extra layer of coverage, and just great job overall. A little bit of shots fired on Chopper, on Shinigami Ball. Connecting just a few in the cards. I don't know what he's doing right now, but he's doing it. So you go, girl. You go.
you go, girl. As we do see with the circle, look at this. You have Team 9, Team 18, Team 10, and Team 7 having to move in. If they can survive, we're down to 7 teams. Trust the Process being put under pressure. Zazzy now has the high ground. He's outside the vehicle. He's a little bit in the open, but we know that he can pull out so many shots so quickly in these games. He's one of the top fraggers for Nova, Maxon.
The Destroyer, they have no coverage. Karsh is going to be sprayed to death by Bandit, but not hitting a lot of those bullets, unfortunately. Spraying a little bit too much, and that recoil is going to be going up against him.
Not gonna lie, that's actually a bit disappointing from Bandit. He should have gotten those shots off. We've seen him do a lot better. However, they still occupy that center of the circle overall. We're down to 5 teams, 11 players alive, 23 minutes in. This game is a little bit quicker than I expected, Maxon. Trust the process being viewed out by Zhao, but they do have protection of the rock, so they're looking pretty good. Now we're going to see these smoke grenades start to be flying out.
Nova Esports, they're on every single frontier of this zone. And they're just taking down members by members. 1v4, all of these teams. And that's going to be Bandit finally getting a knock on the Destroyer. Can he finish it off and get another one? We'll have to wait and see. A little bit of utility used by the Destroyer to try and get a little bit more time up their sleeve. Shinigami and Trusted Process pretty close to each other.
You said it yourself, Maxman. They are occupying so many angles. Not just a compound, but they've got the higher ground by the edge. They've got the higher ground by the north. They've just got... Nobody can really... Nobody's safe from them.
They can't contest.
Yeah, they're nobody safe. However, if they do kind of pull together, Trusted Process, they're very risky. Not showing a lot of health. Their resources are down very low. You gotta try and stay prone. Use the smokes if you have them.
Bandit.
And see where you can go from there.
There it is, Bandit. He's hungry. Gonna try and get a bunch. Does not connect any bullets. They do have a few trees to work with. Gonna have a little bit of bolt action from Karsh in the distance, trying to respond with heavy fire. But they're making a run for it. What a mistake from the Destroyer. They try and hold their ground a little bit for too long, and now they're getting punished by this incoming blue zone Imperium. And they're almost getting flushed out. Very low Shinigami. Ball gonna be in a fight with the Destroyer. The Destroyer gonna be flushed out in 4th position. Shinigami, just take your time, regen back up. You're in the zone, you're good to go.
They're also in the top 3,
Finally.
only with 2 kills. But they're still in the top 3. Nova now going to start moving in. JN, AY, they're moving forward. They want to be aggressive. They're going to try and get those shots. But in fairness, Shinigami Balk are behind that vehicle. They're going to be surprise attack. 1 knockdown, but it's going to be followed up with JN knockdown. JN knocking down and taking out Shinigami Balk.
Trusted Process going to be losing Utsugara. And now, Bullet, you're the last member. You're so low, like 20 to 30 HP. Xiaozi, he's looking to play aggressive, trying to get that finishing blow. Nova Esports looking to get 5 chicken dinners in a row, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to respond to Bandit in the distance. Good to get. Look for more. Not too sure. Jen going to be jumping on through, going to try and get a little bit of spray action. But Nova Esports, what a beast of a team. Let's go.
I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless.